Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen, or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowl.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Receiver in motion, headed left. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. A gain there of 24 yards. And that will be a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Man in motion, heading left. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Second and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. Now a 3rd and 2. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man right side. It's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
To the right side here, pass is caught. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is good, and the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, if this thing's within one score, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Quick throw here is complete. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Still second down.
They'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
That one is good. And his guys are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to possess the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Putting the tight end in motion. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, it's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this out wide. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up third and 2.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
That catch number 40 on the season for him. He'll drop to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
He's going to run it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They motion the slot man left. Back to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This is intercepted. And the visitors are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. They'll send him over to the left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Receiver in motion, going right. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Motion man sent right. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. A pickup of 12 yards. That's enough for a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. Back to the air one more time. Open man there. That's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. They'll look to throw yet again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They send a receiver in motion left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's in for the score. The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the visitors extend their advantage to 14-3.
14, our home team 3.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now a second timeout called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. And now the punting unit will come on. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. Caleb Williams with 2 touchdown passes there. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and that one all tied.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll go right and find his running back. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 41-yard line.
Tight end going in motion here. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone.
It is brought in the end zone. Has a touchdown. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
For a 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They're going to motion the tight end over here. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion. 2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
He'll get this out to the left flat. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. The tight end going in motion to the left. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. He's going to try to do this himself. And they're going to bring him down. But there is a penalty marker on the field. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now, faking the give. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
So now this team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His throw left side is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They bring the tight end in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I think everyone in the stadium is expecting a run there. So what do? On these early downs? You call play action. I love it.
And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Touchdown. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And his guys move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They motion a receiver right. Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. This team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll send their tight end left. Now he'll run. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Tight end motioning left. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And now here comes the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Back to the air one more time. There's that man again. Another catch. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Big play here. Crowd on their feet for 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll look to throw. Now a loose football. And this will be recovered by the offense, so no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover on downs.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. They're all set to punt this one away. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. This offense making its way back on the field. led by their wide receiver. Here is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate, but also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there, and we're likely down to a final snap.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to go down. The pressure once again too much, and that should wrap this one up. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.